Hello, welcome to Jason the Old Millennial. My name is Jason, speaking to you here in my basement in the great state of Kansas. And in this video, I'm continuing counting down or ranking every single Beatles song in all their songs. And I'm going through number 76 through number 73 on my list here on Jason the Old Millennial. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well here on a Friday night. And yeah, continuing talking about the Beatles and covering all the Beatles songs. Getting there, I'm down to number 76 to number 73. I like to cover about 4 songs on each video. Anyway, so it's taking a little while to get through it, but I'm getting down to the really good songs. If you haven't noticed. Anyway, so yeah, I got 4 here from a couple different albums and one cover song actually on here. And I'm going to start with the cover song actually at number 76, and that is Please Mr. Postman, which is a cover song that the Beatles covered off the second album with the Beatles. And I believe this is my second favorite cover song. I'm pretty sure there's only one other cover song left on my list. A lot of times the cover songs are usually people downgrade it because they didn't originally write it. And I have to admit, like, I usually like the original stuff is really quite good. And so those are usually higher, but they definitely have some really good cover songs in there. This is one of them. I absolutely love this cover of the song. It was first debuted with a girl group called the Marvelettes in 1961. So just not too long before actually what the Beatles came out. I believe that came out I think that came out in 63 probably, maybe 64. And so it was a fairly recent hit, I would say, on the radio, a pretty big hit. It was the first Motown song to reach number 1. So it was a huge Motown hit. Yeah, good girl group song. And it's kind of interesting how the Beatles can take a girl group song like this, and they've done it a couple times with like Baby It's You, and somehow made a girl group song a great rock song for them. Anyways, and yeah, it's such a great classic kind of song. I love the melody throughout, and John's vocals are absolutely fantastic, And I just love the wait a minute, oh yeah, oh wait a minute, like that whole part, absolutely fantastic. And then of course Paul and George are great in the backing vocals as well. And please, Mr. Postman, and see, oh yeah, like, I don't know, just the dynamic of the group with John singing lead and the other two absolutely sound fantastic. And it's just a really great, catchy song that I really enjoy. I would say I even enjoyed this even more than the original. I think everybody usually would say people say they enjoy the original better than the cover maybe, and they love the Marvelettes version better, but I really love this version of the Beatles do anyways. And yeah, so it's number 76 on my list, Please Mr. Postman. Number 75 is I've Just Seen a Face, which comes off the Help album, one of their popular songs I feel like on that album. A lot of people really like this one. It was on the Rubber Soul album in the US, in fact. If you were in the US, you didn't hear the song until you got to the Rubber Soul album, the US version of it anyways. But of course now we just know it as on the Help album. It's a Lennon McCartney song, sung by Paul, and written mostly. Paul wrote it on a piano, is what I'm researching. And not a lot more backstory to that, but what I love about the song is how it's so fast-paced. I love the fast-pacedness of it. It's so different than what everything else is really on the Help album, but it works so well. But I just love that. I've just seen a face where another face we were just met. It's just a girl for me. And I want the whole world to see we met. Da, 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 da. I don't know, just the way, and I love how it just rhymes so well and so fast-paced. And it's like, man, you go through that song so fast, and I love the chorus. Falling, I keep falling, me back again. And the guitar part's so great. But yeah, it's just such a fun song to listen to, and it's so fast-paced. Yeah, it's one of my favorite off the Help album. So I've got here at number 75, I've Just Seen a Face. Number 74 is a song called Every Little Thing. It comes off the Beatles for Sale album in the UK. In the US, it was called Beatles 65 was an album came off of. Anyways, this is somewhat of an underrated song. I feel like I have it pretty high on my list, but it's a song I don't hear a lot of people talk about. But man, it's a fantastic song. It's a Lennon McCartney song. Paul wrote it mostly about his girlfriend, Jane Asher, which I've talked a lot about. Seems like the last couple of videos, a lot of his early stuff is really influenced by his love for Jane and for that family. And so it definitely inspired him to write a lot of love songs for her. And this is another thing, talking about every little thing she does for me, which seems like a selfish song, really. There's kind of this idea that I think old-fashioned idea, like the woman like doing things for the man and waiting on him and and all this. So it kind of has that idea behind it. Probably a little out of date as far as the writing is, but still love the whole melody. I love how it goes, bum 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 bum, like how it ends with this like almost slows down at the end of each verse, and good high notes with, you know, every little thing she does for me, yeah. And then I love the timpani drum that goes in there, you know, where it goes, everything she does for me, boom. And it has this like really cool drum sound that you don't hear on any other song, but really love that sound, that timpani drum sound there. Really gives this unique sound to it. But yeah, absolutely love the verses. And then again, the chorus is fantastic. All the Beatles coming in, hitting the high notes. Yeah, it's an underrated song. It's number 74, Every Little Thing. Last song I'm talking about on this is at number 73 is I Need You by George Harrison. Here's a George Harrison song, one of my favorite George Harrison songs. Again, coming off the Help album. And this one's written for Patty Boyd, who, I don't know if he's married her yet, definitely dating her. Met her on the set of A Hard Day's Night, which I did in 1964, that movie. Patty Boyd was one of the girls on the train. She was, I think, maybe a model or something. Also a very pretty woman. He, you know, asked her out, I think, on the Hard Day's Night, you know, and they eventually would get married. And his first wife, Patty Boyd. And so, yeah, so he's definitely very much in love with her at this point, and reading the song, I Need You. And for me, it's George's like first really good song that he's written. Of course, this is early on. He hadn't written too many songs yet. But compared to like his first song, Don't Bother Me, I mean, this is such a step up in songwriting and even vocal work. I think this is one of his best vocal work so far into his career once we get to 1965. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I absolutely love the way he sings this song. And such a nice song, maybe lyrically not like most complicated song or whatnot, but still just a nice song, very catchy. Love song. I love a good love song like this, and he does such a good part in this. And what really puts it over the top is the guitar on it. It's the first Beatles song where they use a tone pedal to distort the guitar. So I love the guitar like that. It's such a unique sound that you don't hear in any other Beatles song. And yeah, when that guitar comes in, I'm just like, oh man, I really love the sound of this guitar. And you know, and George is, you don't know how you need me. Yeah, works so well on this. One of my favorite George songs. Really great song of Help, which is a great album full of great songs. And I have many more to go after this. But anyway, so yeah, 73, I have I Need You by the great George Harrison. So that's the 4 songs I'm covering here, 76 to 73. Feel free to comment. What do you think? What do you think about these songs? Are they too high, too low? Where would you put them higher on yours? You know, what do you think of these 4 individual songs here? And I'd love to read the comments on it. And I appreciate everybody that comments. I really enjoy reading them and commenting back and trying to reply to everybody. But yeah, thank you to everybody for watching this video, for liking it. And thank you to all the subscribers for supporting the channel. I appreciate all of you and hope you have a good day.